Okay, this came to my mind today. I was making a podcast. Holy Spirit told me to make the podcast about plagues. And so when I started looking, I found out that one of these old dreams is now being fulfilled in Syria. So at some point in 2013, I was praying. I asked the Holy Spirit to show me what's going to happen in Syria. And I saw these three scenes. And the first one, there's a college kid. He's trying to call his friend, can't get a hold of him. People aren't showing up somehow. And what's going on is that people are sick everywhere. And his friend visits him and they start talking about it. And what they determine is that somehow they have a different diet than all their friends and neighbors who are sick. They don't eat the same food as them. So the implication is, and this is the big takeaway here, the implication is that their food was poisoned, that it's not spreading naturally. Somebody is poisoning food. When his friend comes to the door, his friend says, hey, I went and got myself an Obama gun. I got a gun from Obama. Within a month of the time I received this dream, before the end of that same September, Obama's government approved giving guns to Syria. So that part of the dream is fulfilled. That kind of vets the dream set. Of course, you still have to pray. But look what's going on now. What's going on? In the very first scene, actually, there's just a man walking down the street. He's stumbling, and he's very gray colored. And he doesn't look well at all. So cholera is out. And one of the major symptoms of cholera is that the people turn a gray, ashy, gray-blue color. That's a major symptom of cholera. And that's what's happening now, sadly, in Syria. There are, depending on who you look at, almost 60,000 people confirmed sick already. So people that aren't visiting hospitals, those numbers are included. And there are more than 100 deaths already. So this is spreading. It's already spreading into Lebanon. It's a big deal already. This is a pandemic. I'm sorry, it's an epidemic. It's an epidemic already. It's a regional epidemic. But some pundits are saying that this even could threaten the entire Middle East, this cholera outbreak. The war conflicts everything. It stymies our assistance efforts. So this is what's going on. So this is, people, you need to know God. You need to pray to God. Look to God and put your trust in the Father, because he can warn us before these things happen. So if you'd maybe been in Syria and read this, you might have decided to get out of Syria. Things like this. But of course, on Judgment Day, you must know God. Otherwise, no man can enter heaven without knowing God. This is the man from Modesto. Remind you, as always, to pray. I'll put links in the comments. Pray or be defeated.